A very good morning to all of you. You are welcome to yet another session of Common Course A01 Essential English Language Skills. We are in Module 4, Speaking Skills. Speaking skills. This particular module, as you remember, is broadly divided into two parts. Part 1, everyday transactions. That is, the English we use in our everyday life. That is, everyday transactions, which is subdivided into 7 frames. And Part 2 is academic transactions. That is, the English that we use for academic purposes. And that is Part 2. Part 1, that is, the transactions, everyday transactions, as I told you, is divided into 7 frames. Sections, and we are going to deal with the 7th frame, frame 7, that is telephoning in English. Telephoning in English. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you know how important is using a telephone these days. Communication to a very large extent is being done using telephones these days, especially in the difficult situation that we are facing today, that of the pandemic. It has become very essential for people to do transactions with fellow beings, with the community, with the society around you, by using a telephone. So, as speakers of English, as learners of the language, it is essential that you know the fundamental principles or the ABCD of using a telephone effectively. Because communicating over telephone has become very popular for personal or everyday transactions and also academic and business transactions. This particular frame, that is frame 7, deals with how to speak over a telephone. How should you use the language while talking over phone? Now, making telephone calls is a challenging task nowadays. A learner of English has to master phrases and expressions used while talking on phone. While talking on phone, it is very essential that you should sound very polite. You should sound very polite and natural while speaking over the phone. Especially when you are seeking a job. Nowadays, you apply for a job. The one who tries to give you a job or hire you, one who tries to appoint you, does not call you for a personal interview because of reasons more than one. They ask you to be ready for a telephone interview. So, learning how to talk over a phone is very important, especially while seeking a job in a corporate world. This frame familiarizes the learner to know the unwritten linguistic rules I repeat, this frame enables the learner, the English learner, to know the unwritten linguistic rules and conventions of telephoning. I hope you understand the importance of using a telephone, knowing the intricacies of the language that has to be used while talking over a phone. It should be, there are some unwritten linguistic rules and conventions, and it should sound polite and natural. Now, before we go to these intricacies, let's read a conversation between Lisa and Nancy. It's a professional conversation. Now, we have plenty of things to learn from this conversation. How they use the language in such a way that the language you use doesn't hurt the feelings of the person who is listening to you, who is talking to you. Now, Lisa bought a laptop from Infotech Computers last month. I am trying to give you the situation. But it keeps rebooting on its own accord. Without you rebooting it, it keeps rebooting. She calls the customer care for service support. Pay very particular attention to the conversation. Scan through the conversation to get an idea of phrases and expressions specific to telephoning in English. Nancy starts the conversation. Thank you for calling. As soon as you hear the bell, you take up the receiver or you take the phone, and then, thank you for calling Infotech customer care. It's Nancy here. Nancy here. She is identifying herself. It's Nancy here. May I know who is on the other end? See, the way in which, the humble and natural way in which she speaks. Now, may I know who is on the other end? Now, Nancy must be the receptionist. The receptionist on the front office of Infotech, a company which deals in computers. Lisa speaking. See, both of them identifying their identity or making their identity clear to each other. This is a fundamental principle. This is a fundamental idea that you should get. Whenever you phone, whenever you speak to someone, it is always good that you make your identity clear. So here, Lisa speaking, and she says, I bought a laptop from your store last month, and I am having problems with it. I want to know how I can get it repaired. I have a problem. I bought a laptop from your company, and it is giving me trouble. So I want to know who will be able to help me to get it repaired. Nancy, let me connect you to the service department. Please hold on. Two things you have to pay attention here, because first of all, Nancy says that I am only a receptionist. This kind of a problem is usually dealt with our service department. So I will transfer your call to the service department. For that, I may need a few seconds, and that's why she says, please hold on. That is a good gesture from her part. Now, she says, there is Jasna, who is in the service department, who answers the phone call. This is Jasna from service department. How can I help you? See the polite and natural way in which she asked the question. How can I help you? Lisa, I bought a laptop from Infotech Computers last month, but it keeps rebooting automatically. It keeps rebooting automatically. That is the crux of the problem. So she repeats that. Just now, I'm afraid the line is bad. Did you say rebooting? See, Jasna was not able to hear her properly, the word, especially the word rebooting, and so she asked the question, and she is saying that I am afraid the line is bad. Did you say rebooting? And Lisa says, yes, exactly. It reboots off and on. It reboots off and on, and I am not able to use it for my professional work. No, actually, I bought the computer to assist me in my profession. But because the computer is showing this problem, I am not able to use this for my professional work. Lisa. Now, just now, I wonder if you tried removing the battery and fixing it again. One of the solutions for rebooting off and on is removing the battery and refixing it. Did you try that? Just now. Yeah, but Lisa says, yes, I tried twice, but it didn't help me. Now, just now, could you tell me about the model number? I want to know about the model number of the laptop. Now, Lisa, it's Sony Xperia model number J77KL. Now, again, just now, I am sorry. I didn't catch you due to bad reception. There is something wrong with the reception here, or maybe something wrong with the line, and so I was not able to hear properly the model and the model number. So I'm sorry, I didn't catch you due to bad reception. Could you speak a little louder? No problem. Do you want me to repeat the model number? Yes, say that again, please. Sony Xperia model number J77KL. Got it? You got it? Now, just now. Yeah, thanks. I hope you know the standard warranty covers only 1 year. The standard warranty covers only 1 year. Let me run through the purchase record book and see if it is still under warranty. And there is a gap of a few seconds when Jasna, the officer in charge of the service department, is checking the sales book or the purchase book to see whether this particular laptop is under warranty cover, period. Sorry to keep you waiting. You are still under cover. Yeah. Your computer is still under cover. A technician will come to you by next Wednesday. A technician from our company will come to you next Wednesday. Jasna, that sounds great. Thank you very much for your kind gesture. Lisa, welcome. Is there anything else I can do for you? Is there anything else I can do for you? Jasna, that's all I need. Thank you. Bye. Lisa, bye. Now, boys and girls, you listen to a very beautiful conversation, a typical conversation between, actually there are 3 people involved. One is the person, a customer, that is Lisa. Lisa wants to complain about the computer the laptop which she bought from Infotech, and there is the receptionist of the company, that is Nancy, and then there is the officer in charge, the technician in charge of the service department, who tries to sort out the problem for the customer. See how language is used effectively for telephone communication or speaking over a phone. Now, I want you to look at this. You have listened to the passage, and now what is the function of the following expressions? The function. First, it's Nancy here. What does it do? Why do you say that? It's Nancy here. Or why did Nancy say that in that situation? It is actually beginning a call. It marks the beginning of a call. Lisa speaking. Lisa speaking is also beginning a call, and I told you it is a good gesture that whenever you speak to somebody over phone, it is good that you make your identity clear. You make your identity clear, who you are. That is a basic good manners that you have to practice while using telephone. Then, let me connect you to the service department. What does that do? Let me connect you to the service department, helping to find a solution, because she cannot solve the problem for herself, because she is only a receptionist, not technically qualified, and so she says, I'll transfer your call to the service department, which will be able to help you. Next one is, let me connect you to the service department. It is, that expression is to helping to find the solution for the problem. Next one is, please hold on. Now, you may have to wait for a few seconds till I transfer your call to the service department. That is, delay in getting connected. I am afraid the time is bad. Now, that is explaining why it is not clear, why the line is bad, explaining why not clear. Last one, I'm sorry, I didn't catch you. Now, this is politely asking to repeat something which you said was not able to, the listener was not able to hear you well. And that is why we use this expression, I am afraid that the line is bad. I am not able to hear you. I am sorry, I didn't catch you. Politely asking to repeat. Now, another small exercise, that is, I'll read the expression and you should tell me which one, for what is the function of the expression. Hi, Max, Simon here. Naturally, it is beginning a conversation. Next one, Mr. Reed, hello, it's Simon speaking. It's again beginning a conversation or beginning a call. Could you hold on? You know the expression. Could you hold on means there is a delay in transferring the call to the person concerned. Sorry to keep you waiting. Sorry to keep you waiting means asking for pardon for having to wait a few seconds. Could you hold on? Sorry to keep you waiting. Same thing. Would you like to call back later? Because the person whom you are calling is not available right now. Maybe he is in a meeting or in a conference. So would you like to call back later? Now, if you can call back later, that would be convenient. So is that everything? It is almost ending a call. Is that everything? Is that the expression is? So, is that everything means your purpose of calling is over now. Is there anything else? I'm asking if there is some more information to be given, some more information to be sought. Now, I didn't catch that when something is not clear. Sorry, I can't hear you very well. there is something wrong with the line or something wrong with the instrument. Sorry, I can't hear you well. I'll transfer you. I'll transfer you means I'll transfer the call to the person who is concerned, or a person who can help you in assisting your problem. Now, match the two parts of the sentences from some telephone conversation. Now, listen. It is very easy. Press the star key. It is to return to the main menu. Press the star key. Could you leave a message? That is, actually it is for me on my voicemail. I'll call you. That is when I get back to my office, because somebody is driving and at that particular time he receives a call and he says, I'll call you. That is when I get back to my office. Please wait. I'll just put you, that is, on hold for a minute till your call is transferred to the person who is in charge of the problem which you have raised. We need to set up a conference call for next week. Planning a conference call for next week. I'm sorry, but I can't. It is actually an expression, take the call at the moment. At the moment, I am not able to take the call and answer your queries. That is why I say, I'm sorry, but I can't speak right now. Now, boys and girls, you have listened to the conversation. You listened to some situations, and also you listen to some functions, or you try to choose, or you try to find out what would be the function of that particular expression or phrase in a telephone conversation. You also have understood how natural and how polite, how simple the conversation should be while talking over a telephone. I come to an end of this particular frame 7, telephoning in English, which is the last frame in the first part of the 4th module, speaking skills. In the next session we meet, I come back to you with the second part of this module, that is academic transactions. English used for academic transactions. Till we meet in the next session, keep well, keep safe, and thank you for listening to me.